I feel calm before storm. And whether that's what they want to get into, that's the first thing I just felt is shit seems calm. But people know that shit's not calm. You know what I mean? You can just tell that people are angry. You could call it dethroned, which would be people just getting knocked off of positions where you're not earning, or people getting fired and shit like that. You're not leading. What was that? What the fuck was this? I'm humiliated that I lowered myself to this. Great. Just what we need. Let's see, what else? Intimidated. Alright. This is what I was just thinking to myself. I went out. I go out once in a while. I go out by myself because I have no fucking friends. And I realize I'm a super intimidating woman to talk to sit next to have a conversation with, to screw, I'm just great at everything. You know, it's automatic for me. My responses, how I don't respond. There's something that comes with a woman like me that you could. At first I thought it was a curse, but then I seen like what happened with men on a whole. I watched men come in yesterday and they all sat with each other. It's like they sat on the complete opposite side of me. None of them would come near me. Even the workers, they all sat together. I mean, the workers that were working on the place, all the older men that came in, men, just men and men and men and men. And I didn't notice this because I don't go out looking to meet people that way. It's just not where I go out to get away from things, and I go out alone, and I actually enjoy being by myself this way. But I have conversations sporadically, but they're so short. It's as if I'm being tested to see if I'm the kind of woman that will stand up for myself, and then they're not fucking interested. It doesn't matter if they're 70, 20. And I know a lot of it is for those who are my age bracket, you're intimidated and you don't feel like you're good enough to even sit in my presence, okay? So what you'll do is you'll try to mock or ridicule and shit like that, right? But it really is that you're intimidated, I think is what they're... I was thinking about this while I was hitting record, and I didn't want to make this the message, but I guess they want some... This is for women where... Because I'm getting upset, like, I'm beautiful, I'm strong, and I'm smart. Are they really all gay? And if they're not gay, then do they really just not like us? But even a greater question could be, were they also involved in this gender changing thing in the womb? Because it feels real catty sometimes, doesn't it? Do you feel like some of these men are catty? Like they'll sit there and talk. Any man who sits there and gossips about a woman, you're just a pussy by nature. You'll never be anything but that. You either got it from your dad or your grandfather or your uncles, and for some of you it's your fucking ugly mothers and sisters and shit. You just came from ugly families altogether. But it's overwhelming because some of us women had male friends at some point, okay? And whether you still are around them or you don't have any interaction with them, it's like a curse in this that we're living in, to be a strong, beautiful woman who won't take shit. It's a curse. But us women who are like this, we refuse to lower ourselves or to diminish anything to accommodate you. And there are men who can't stand men like this. All right, there aren't many of you, unfortunately, but I'm always hopeful that shit will change. But I don't know. Everywhere I go, I feel I'm just an intimidating, even for women. And women can't fucking stand me either. Like, why am I even here? I think this once, and what the fuck am I here for? Am I here just to judge and then just kind of cruise? Because it's, you know, it's until you get to know me and you have conversation with me, there are the people who they want me to be something else. So they try to talk with me, and sometimes they'll try to insult me, and then I'll shut them the fuck up. And now it's, well, I can't hate her because she's not like the other ones, but I feel less of a man. That's your fucking problem. You felt less of a man way before somebody like me walked in. It's just a little overwhelming. Do any other women go out and all the men just gather on one side and you're just sitting by yourself, and you know it's not because you're unattractive, and it's not because you're Well, that would just be it, right? Isn't that everything? Isn't that what we base on who we talk to on a lot of the times when it comes to shit like that with men and women? It's foreign. Thank you. I don't believe this is like you're a foreigner and this shit happened. You could be in another country and feel the same way, but I just feel like this shit is foreign to you. Like I don't even know what to make. Am I just going to be by myself even for the rest of my fucking life? So I'm just going to say this. I don't want anyone else to be brought or allowed near me unless they are this type of woman, because I'm not intimidated by fucking nobody, okay? And people can feel that. And that magazine, somebody could have said that you look like you belong in it. You could be that beautiful and don't realize it, okay? But where are the men who are interested in these types of women? Are you all gay? Or do you not see, this is another thing that I was wondering. Do any of you wonder if there's something that is around you that alters your appearance to protect you in photos and videos? Do any of you feel like, who the fuck is this? When you look at yourself in pictures and videos, but when you look at yourself in the mirror, it's different. It could be that a certain species, this could be. It could, you look completely different in person than you do, and this could be to sift, okay? With golf, you could be the kind of woman that plays golf. You get this shit on the golf course too. Are you really good at golf? Like, when did we get here? Because I'm always hopeful that there's going to be change. And I do feel like there are men who are like, my God, did I just become a fucking hater of women? And when did this happen, you know? But are there any women in my life now who are changing my mind? Do you feel your throat closing up? Somebody feels their throat getting a little weird and numb. Please stop drinking that. They put something in it. You could be a woman. Yeah, it could have been your own child did it. Magician. You could definitely be a Gemini. Another thing that could be is that you could have some type of platform or even a site where you expose the system, the matrix manipulation. You must have a very keen eye. This would also make you intimidating. I feel like whatever this is, you're focused on it all the time. It doesn't have to be money, but you're just very focused, right? I think that you can see through people, and this makes you, God, I gotta pee, but I feel sad for you, just like I feel sad for me, because I feel like we're gonna be by ourselves until we're going home. It bothers me in particular because I don't feel that I am attracted. That's why I say things and da-di-da-di-da, but I don't feel like I can't force myself. You would have to be a hell of a woman, and you would probably have to be an exact replica of me. I said it before, I'm just vain like that. Do you feel like as a woman, a certain kind of woman, not you fucking bitches who do this shit with these fucking guys, not you, you're not a woman when you do that, you're just some chick, right? And you could even be born a man. Aaron, it's a... Do you feel that unless they're you, do you even have female friends? I mean, are some of you just by your, like, what is this? Like, what is this that I'm doing? I mean, am I supposed to be less of what I am? Am I supposed to just fit in? Or, I mean, what do I do here? There has to be another option, right? This is the grand illusion. You see what I'm saying with the Magician and the Seven of Cups for me is the grand illusion about this. Lovers. Is there anybody? I mean, Steel. Why am I having such a hard time finding even people to be friends with? we on a predominantly unattractive planet here? Like, this is what I feel. I don't know what happened along the way. And I'm not sure, because I'm not the kind of person that judges people based off of their looks. But initially when I see somebody, I'm going to say, this is my instinct, whether I believe you're attractive or not, we all do it to each other. Yeah. I don't see many naturally attractive people anymore. I just don't. I'm naturally attractive. And with the closet, oh my God. Build a bear is how it's going to be. It's going to have to be. It's overwhelming. It is, because there's a part of me that doesn't feel like things are changing. Maybe they're not supposed to. You know what I mean? Like, who wants to force a man now to be attracted to a woman, or to be in the same room with a woman that he feels inferior to? It's going to cause problems between the two of you. Don't you ever fucking lessen who you are. If somebody's sitting there thinking, like, do I give up? Don't you ever do that. I'm hoping, and I'm wishing, these are my wishes, that I have the means financially and then the outreach to just maybe create what I need. It makes some of us women just want to fucking cry, because I don't know. You could also be have a physical job where you're just strong. I mean, this looks like you'll put gloves on and get down with whatever, landscaping, fucking playing sports. I feel like you like being outside. Some of these other people they're stuck inside in darkness. And it could have something to do with the one I just did, about the obsession with watching people and having some type of mental relationship while you're gay. These are men who will go from watching gay porn, but then when there's a sexy woman, instead of just saying, like, maybe I should just approach her and just be friends, see what, at least, like, just get away from this. You're just becoming okay with whatever this is for you. Some of you don't get involved with watching this shit, but it's like, or you're just allowing yourself to slip away. These types of women that I'm talking about, myself and other women like me, we are the life breathers in your life, you know. And for you to cut all women out like this and just surround yourself with jealous, misogynistic, egotistical fucking, some of them are sick and closet gay men, Alexander. You're becoming, I don't know what your life is like, but it feels, I'm bored and I don't even want to fucking be here anymore. But it's because of who you're around, or who you just left that you were around that left some kind of mark. This looks like giving up to me. I'm going to be honest. Okay, that's the first time I looked at this card and just felt giving up. This is a race. It could be just like that. I mean, like, you know what I mean? Everything seems to be competitive. This is from dads and uncles and shit and grandfathers who wanted them to be too much man before they were supposed to be, so they became overly competitive, and now they see a woman who turned out the way they were supposed to, or this is how they're seeing it, and now you become some type of anti. Okay. Some of these guys are concerned that you're going to not be, they have this thing where if they don't respond to me, I'm going to be angry. Or if I go out with them and they don't want to go out with me again when I want to go out, am I going to attack them, or am I going to be angry enough to do something? A lot of these guys, they don't know how to speak. They don't know what to say to you. They're so used to being around men where they got comfortable either mocking women or setting up their death or something else. I'm really hoping that there are boys, men, even teenagers that are watching this and saying, I don't want to become them because they look evil, they gained weight, they're sick. You know what I mean? I don't want that. How do I become? Just do the opposite. Some of you have been around these guys so much that you know exactly what you do is the opposite of what they did. Okay. So, I don't know how to speak to a woman like this. What do you say? And they become stuck like this when it comes to that. It's like, here, I'm going to go out. I'm actually going to go out, okay? But this is how they really feel, though. They feel like quitting already. Like they go out with this kind of, anticipating that it's not going to go well. So you're already fucking it up. Like, how do I talk to this one? I don't even know. I think some men wanted to say something to you, and it could have even been like, hello, and then that's it. I feel like that's it. Then this shit's just stuck. You know what I mean? Like, have you gone on dates or something where the whole thing was basically silent? Is this a silent date? Is this a telepathic date while we're sitting right next to each other? Some of you had men buy you. Your body too is overwhelmingly intimidating. Mostly body. It could be something like that too, where a lot of these guys, for the ones who didn't act on something with you as this amazing woman, and they chose something else, it could have been that somebody else had a better body, but now they give nothing. You know, they either shot the shit. They could be fucking broken now. They can't keep up with all this shit, whether it's the gym or injections or fucking whatever this is. But I feel like your body, somebody's trying to find flaw in you so that they can feel comfortable approaching you. Some of these guys wanted to create that flaw, just in different ways. It's over. It is, because what you don't realize that you're doing, and I know that a physician, when some of you, you're doctors too on top of it, you know what I mean? Lawyers and shit. And it's the way they're looking at it, right? You're not looking at it like this. Like, they think that when they see someone like you, they think that you're at your peak, you're as refined as you're going to get. They don't even give you a chance for you to say what your flaws are or to show them that you're flawed. That's how intimidating you are. So some of them will come over and say, hey, how you doing? And the second that whatever movement that you make or whatever your response is, they immediately feel inferior. This is a problem. You could have had a really nice body early in life and you have the same. Some of you have had, like me, the same fucking figure your whole life. You haven't gained much. You may have had some children, but you should bounce right back. What is this now? You know, it just feels so sea turtle. You're too. This is also turtles have that shell, right? Like coming out of your shell. A lot of these guys, they don't know how to do that. They're more comfortable in their shell. So what does this mean now? I couldn't pee. Somebody was in the bathroom. I went out yesterday to a bar in the neighborhood, and there were white people in there and there were black people working outside. Every fucking person working for the city was black. They were working. And then you had the white people inside that were pretty closed off. I had more interaction with black people. Every time I went outside, there was another one who said, hello, how are you? Smile, da-da-da-da. I felt coldness coming off of white people in the place. And I see more attractive black people than I do. I don't know if it's because of these attacks. I'm not sure if it just doesn't show up on you guys. I have better interaction and more something that comes from it where I walk away feeling like, okay, from black people. Now, I don't know what it is with white people. I don't know if there's something with yous, and please don't make me have to say it's not all it is, but when I feel that, it's because somebody gets angry. Fuck you, you're a cracker. You're the epitome, Ida, of a fucking cracker. I can't stand you. I feel like I've met you before, and you leave a bad taste everywhere. But yeah, I mean, I didn't even think about this until I'm sitting there taking a pee. And I'm like, I had all good interaction with the fucking workers that were working on the property. I mean, there were other workers that were kind, said hello and shit like that. These were as black as you get. To the point where I found myself where if I saw them sitting outside, I intentionally went outside to hit my vape. Maybe because I knew that something was going to be different there. But they don't intimidate as easily as others do. Maybe that's why we get along. I didn't assess the situation until I'm doing this right now of what really happened yesterday. It was the bartenders, the white bartenders and the shit, the women, they were cold towards me when I first walked in. We don't open for fucking 10 minutes. And I felt like saying, go fuck yourself. I really did. But what I did was, I'm a lady in public. Always. Always. So what I did was I handled it the way that I do, and we wound up talking, interacting, and it wound up well. I liked it. I'm glad that I spoke with you guys. This isn't, but it's I don't know what happens when I walk into an establishment because I'm not cocky like that. I'm really not. So what I think that there are people that see women like me and they just assume that we're like other women that they met that are intimidating, who like to intimidate. You walk in with the intention of intimidating. That's not me. I walk in with the intention of making sure that my fucking experience goes as well as it can. I'm like that. And if that means that I have to talk to some people or just appease something or not say what I feel like saying so that my day goes, that's what I'm going to do. There were some men that came in, and I always feel like when I go out somewhere, because I'm watched heavily and people they like to see what I look like because of things that were said and done, that people show up in places that I'm at. And I can feel the anger. I can feel it like, oh God, man, she's actually prettier, or her body's different. I always hear, what the fuck were we looking at? But it's not everybody. I know some people throw that in there just to, I can feel though. And that's something that you guys cannot manipulate. You can't manipulate what I feel when I'm around people personally in public. You'll never be able to manipulate that. It's a gift that I have. But it was all these guys were on the other side. Every chair around me, except for a guy that came in and sat a few down, it's just empty. And this happens everywhere that I go. I'm always alone. And it's not because I'm ugly. And it's not because people don't want to be around me. I'm not sure what I give off. And there are many women, I don't care what color you are, or ethnicity, who deal with this stuff where we're just kind of like living our lives alone. So maybe we're all supposed to just kind of gravitate towards each other in some way. Now, you're going to have these women who act like they are just like that. They're going to try and mimic you, and they're going to hate you because they can't. I don't know if this kind of sickness is supposed to be fixed. I really don't give a fuck anymore. I'm not interested in healing people or helping people like that. Because it's when you have somebody who's so stuck in the ways and they can't see that it's them, you're just going to waste your time and deplete yourself. So, you know what's funny? I saw in my mind that somebody named Patrick and this is who I saw in my mind, where we believed we were brother and sister. This is the shit that they were showing me. And we did things thinking so. We were both at a doctor who diagnosed us clinically and criminally insane, and the first thing we wanted to do was do a bump and go fuck in the bathroom with siblings. Okay, cool. I'm okay. Right? I don't regret it. It was me. And Dr. Kleiman, a woman is a woman. And the first thing that he said was, all right, you want to go do a bump and fuck in the bath? Do you mind if we use your bath? We're that cocky. We're just nuts. But we're the product of some cult as children. Yeah, I was shown a lot, okay? And things need to be made right, and they will, and people are. I know who I am, okay? I know exactly who I am. I know exactly what I was born into. I know exactly what happened with me as a child. They also showed me and this kid living in a home taking care of ourselves as some fucking experiment. I'm telling you, this is what they showed me. It's a sickness that happened, but with certain children that are special. I don't know why you would do this to certain kids, because for those of you, for these families, with your spiritual shit, you cursed yourselves doing this stuff. Yeah, most of them aren't here. We walked into a club and we said, we need some black fucking friends. We couldn't stand white people anymore. It sounds like me. And the thing is, it moves like me. I move like this, you know? Forget what the fuck I said when I was angry and getting attacked by primarily black people, who most of them were lied to about things. Like, that's settled now, okay? How I really feel, I show. You feel it when you see me and you interact with me. We went into a club. Was it Vancouver? And walked in and said, listen, we come from wealth. And we had it then before we were removed from it. And we paid for everything. We had great drugs. We said, we just need some black friends. You could see it as buying you. That's not what this is, but we would like to treat. We just need to hang. It was an all black fucking club, and we felt so comfortable there. This is the things that they've showed me. They show me these things for a reason. It's part of my history here. I feel it. You know what I mean? I don't feel the hostility from black. And maybe it's because I'm like you. You know what I mean? I don't feel any hostility when I'm around black people. I feel it a lot from fucking white people. I do. So I don't want to keep, right, the dead horse. I don't beat it. But maybe I should start talking about my experiences when I'm out like this. Because it's not the first time that I felt like this. I do. I move like a black person when I'm in everything that I do. It's crazy. I almost feel like my skin, something's wrong. Something went wrong. Flamingo. I'm sorry, but they're just real feminine. This has nothing to do with black. This has to do with the guys that I was talking about that are super intimidated by women like this. This cat's just sitting there like, now, you could be the kind of woman that stands like that, though. Are you the kind of woman that kind of stands up and your thing is, you just, what kind of motherfucker is on one foot and balanced, though? Let's do that this time, okay? I feel real still, calm, and balanced with a lot of shit. Now, why is this here? Why is this Seven of Swords here? Oh. For those of you who go out and you're at clubs or you're at bars and you actually interact with guys, you can tell they don't like you, but they buy you 2 shots together and shit like that, and you're always hopeful. I feel like you're always hopeful that maybe I'll at least have a friend, because women like me, because we're males with a lot of shit. We just give off a male presence because we kind of have to, being like this. We are always hopeful that I'm going to be able to add some men into my life. Women like me, we love men to our death, okay? But these are people that'll say, they'll lie and either say that you left with someone else to somebody who wasn't there. You know what I mean? Or that you weren't as attractive, and or how about this, that, oh, well, I mean, they walked outside and tried talking to me, but I just wasn't interested, and it's because you're not fucking good enough. You didn't even have the balls to approach this person. You felt that nervous. Some of these men, when they walk past a woman like you, they actually feel nervous, as if it's a man that they should be intimidated by, and that bothers them even more. But here's what happened. Somebody said, yeah, I don't know, man. They went outside and I saw them in the light. You know how it's dark in there. You know what I mean? And I was just like, man, I just turned around. You know? So I'm sorry, but, and then others, they took pictures of you and they made sure that the lighting or the angle was bad. They can tell there's no editing, but the way that they moved in a way where it's like, okay, if I take it from right across the bar, they're attractive head on. I have to wait until they move a certain way. And if this is a guy doing this, you have officially been crowned king pussy. When you do shit like this, you're just, please stop putting people's faces in my mind so that because I don't want people to think that, or somebody is saying that you took a picture of somebody and you either edited it or it was you took it really fast, because with this kind of, now this is the thing. When I told you that you could have some type of force around you that follows you, that protects you in ways. Now, some of you can feel this force. It is this awkward vibration thing. It's a force, and it could have been something that they were doing to alter your looks, to protect you from some people. Because I believe that there were some guys who were interested in you that didn't have good intentions, and when they were sent back pictures of you, they didn't look the same. And this was some force around you. You could call it mobile pick. You could. Is that what it was, or is it something else that is creating vibration around this person, so that when you all take pictures or you see them on this thing that you're looking at, they look nothing like what they look like in person? This is also one to keep people from you, right, that have bad intentions, but I also believe it's so people can meet in person. You know, I don't want to date you via FaceTime. I need to go. I know that there are people who are in relationships and you see each other often. This isn't for you, and I hope it's not eventually. All right, but if you are a man and you're with a woman and you're happy, there are always people watching, trying to figure out how to fucking destroy it. So just be careful of your friends and family. The women are usually more aware of this, but they don't want to say it, because now we turn into the kind of women where someone will say, they're trying to take you from your friends and family. And it's the opposite. 90% of the time, it's the opposite, especially if you have a great woman who's beautiful and strong, and you have women in your family who never were, and men who could never have one. They're going to want to destroy it. You understand? I don't give a fuck what your age bracket is. You could be 90 doing this shit. It's something inside other people where if I didn't have it, you can't, right? Some of these men, a lot of them, it's I just want a woman as a beard. The overwhelming feeling that I get with that, please stop. Oh, hi love. Who's the guy I saw on South Street, man, with the reggae playing? Cool cat. There are just people that I remember meeting. The black man. And I just I say hello to people, but I say hello to people that I feel like are going to appreciate that. I don't just walk around saying fucking hi to everybody. I'm a little closed off and cold when it comes to that. I'm trying not to be, but I can't find too many people who deserve that other side of me. So it just doesn't come out often. But how many women are with men and they're actively in gay relationships? Some of them, it's with your own brothers, your uncles, your friends, and he needs you so that when he's in public, it looks like I'm straight. Let's talk about these cats. I have to talk about something on here. So for those of you who get agitated, there's never going to be a subject that doesn't pertain to somebody. My life does not revolve around the fucking reactions of other people. So if you're one of those people, stop listening to my fucking videos then. Don't watch them. Unsubscribe. We'll be okay over here. Short. It could even be that you're super tall. I mean, are you also the kind of woman where you're this amazing, but you're tall and you can't even find a fucking guy that's taller than you? I refuse to date a man that's shorter than me. Because I know what comes with that. One, I don't think I could be with you and give you what you're looking for. Combined. This is iffy with the combined. They're putting combined on there. And I think that a lot of these men, they don't necessarily want a girly girl. They could be kind of attracted to masculine, but not gay. You understand? And it's because of their personal experience with a certain type of woman. Ashley, where, and I want to show you that they put your name on there for whatever reason. All right. Where I need the more masculine one, because I could be not gay, but just I gravitate more towards men for some reason. The giddy, ha-ha, high-pitched, I'm louder than anyone in the room when we have people over voice makes this guy want to put his hands around her neck, so he doesn't want that. You're the type of woman that certain men require. What's up with these guys, though? What happened? Where are you? Did they kill you all? Because women are wondering. FR. HN. Lorne. Lorna. Again. TR. So it's LO, they're telling me, LO, RF, HN, and TR. Whatever that means to someone else, that's the order that they want the letters to go in. It's like, are all of the men on some other planet? were we possibly taken somewhere and separated? And I mean, usually when that happens, I have to believe that there's some level of protection when you're a woman like this, where we just needed for them to see what happens when women like you are removed. Hell, Ashley, Care, and Hell. You know what's really weird? I want you to look at the numbers that pop up when these words are put up. It's usually like 0.7, 0.49, 5123. They're long numbers. In between Ashley and Care, it's just 1. It says a number 1. I don't know if I've ever seen that. So you could be the kind of favorable. You could be one of these women where it's like, okay, there's 1 you have in your area or your job, your street, whatever this is. I have to keep talking about this, and I have to keep letting men know that a certain type of men, for women like me, we adore you. I mean, can you feel that? This isn't color-based, or there's a certain, where we can't be around any other man. You guys are the same, David. But, David. Okay. It could have been David and not Dad, whatever. Okay, what is this? Called the number graffitied in the bathroom stall. What is going on with this number? They want me, huh? I have to flip on this. Called the number graffitied in the bathroom stall. This feels like bar shit or club shit, right? But then look what flipped over, this King of Wands. Okay, well, there are some men who are like this, and they're holding back because they're still working on some things about themselves, which, woo-hoo-hoo. Somebody has your phone number, and I don't believe it was graffitied in the bathroom stall. I think they could have got it off of somebody at a bar or that was out. I'm not sure if it's the right fucking number, but somebody is, I don't want to call them or reach out to them yet. Yeah, there's some type of, reset that they're going through. Help. Did somebody just pass away whose name is David? Did they go somewhere? I don't know. It could have been, but help and supportive. Okay. The value of women like this must be greater than even we think, and we say that we know our worth, but I feel like to something else, it's so much deeper than that. And that unless they genuinely want to help you and are supportive in whatever you're dealing with in your life, I feel like they can't be around you. And this will transpire in different ways, where they will have accidents, they'll get hurt, they'll forget their wallet, have to leave, then they'll get distracted with something. It feels like a real weird way of protecting women like this, with even your looks. See, women don't talk about this stuff. People don't talk about this stuff often. If people would just talk, women would say to other women, I hate myself in fucking pictures. I can't stand myself in pictures, but in person, I'm supernaturally beautiful. It's a weird type of beauty. And others of you have this shit. Even men, you have these things. And this is why you don't really like your picture taken. That's not what we look like. 9 times out of 10, people like you, these could be the gods and goddesses where there's a force that comes with you that could just even alter because of prism and everything when it comes to that, and reflection, that you never look the way you're supposed to in pictures and videos as you do in person. And people aren't going to tell you this because people are so hurt that they don't want to tell you, God, you look better in person. Do you know what that does to somebody who doesn't? So how would we ever know this stuff unless we just look at ourselves? Why, when I look at myself in the mirror in the bathroom, do I seem flawless or just more flawless? And then now I put this thing up to my face. If it's not them putting filters on everything, or even us, let's just say this. Let's say that these are just possibilities. I'm telling you. There's also a possibility that the firmament that covers things is keeping all kinds of shit in, that is creating some type of force where it's altering everybody's looks through lens. It could be. But do any of you feel like, why am I looking at myself in pictures from cameras from years ago? I don't remember my face being so distorted looking. What is this? It could even be defaulted programs and software with certain things where the camera's not as clear as you think. It could be that they did this so that people buy filters. Some of these people could have friends who have filtering apps that you have to pay fucking $100 and some a year for. You know what I mean? There are many possibilities, but let's just leave it at this. I know that I'm better looking in person. Maybe this is happening for me, so that I get out and just meet people and people can see me. Because what happens is when you're like this and you feel like everywhere you go, people just don't like you, but you won't see it as intimidating until someone tells you. It's okay to feel like you're intimidating. You don't have to have the okay of someone else who doesn't think you're attractive because they're not, or maybe they are, but just how you feel about yourself, right? Maybe you usually wind up someone that stays in a lot. And I just don't feel like we're supposed to be out seeing people. So maybe just start getting out and walking around a little more, just interacting with people, letting people see your face, because there are, for a lot of you, there are people that are interested, but they're not near you. And they even sent people to watch you, and it may not even be that they altered this shit, but they could have even said, God damn, I don't know what it is with pictures, but this person was so much better looking in person. They may not have the means right now or be able to see you in person. You know what I mean? Yeah. Increasing, had no choice but to simply piss my pants. Huh. Well, that'll stop somebody. Is this how intimidating you are? Are you really this shroomed? This is an odd combination, but I'm going to try and get something out of this. It's what I do. Tell me about this shroomed and piss my pants. Hold on. Did somebody shroom and pass out, or they were giving it to them or something like that? Oh yeah, they were fucked up. Who was fucked up? Huh. This is like, I'm out of it. This is you and how intimidating you are. Please tell me that you didn't shroom and take more than everybody else and you were still the smoothest, coolest motherfucker there. This is for women, You are a woman. And I feel like you could go in and out of consciousness if you want to. Like, you want me to be fucked up? Well, hold on. And and then here you are tripping, explaining things. But I feel like when you move in public, this is you, just sitting there, arms going, whatever. You can turn it off. Can you turn off being fucked up and turn it back on again? Even for men, we'll take the just women out of here. Is scope. Look, I'm telling you, once you put a scope or some type of lens up to your face, it's altering something. Is it? Hold on, I got to do some. Its scope is range, reach, span. So it could have something to do with the width, the circumference of a certain scope, how far away from the camera you are, why your pictures always seem to be different. So whether this is a natural thing that always was, or it's something that has to do with, I don't know why my stomach is so, I don't have this often. Whose stomach is doing this, and you're drinking or eating something and you keep fucking eating it and you're getting sicker and sicker? Put it down. It could come from grandma. People are fucking nuts when it comes to trying to make people sick. Some of these people are fucking seriously sick. They hide it well. And do you realize what you're going to happen to you afterwards when you put shit in people's food and shit like this? Do you realize, any of you fucking fake ass Christians, really, do you really believe? I hope that you don't think you can poison people and that Jesus is just going to fucking just free you, you fucking weirdos. There are some of you weird fucking that think that you can kill and rape and poison, and that some fucking cat is just going to go, well, you believed in me. Thank you for killing good fucking people. You're on my side now. You're delusional. It's grandma for somebody. You're getting sicker and sicker. Your grandma, ma'am, Mabel, what the fuck is it with you? No, she's a black grandmother, but she's poisoning people in her family. You're overweight because you can't stop fucking eating and you're lazy. Stop blaming it on everybody else. I feel like there are kids and there are grandkids where they're built different. They're built like fucking athletes. And then you got Medea here. Yeah, get over yourself. Okay? Stop poisoning your fucking family members. I can't stand bitches like this. You're a miserable fucking bitch. I'm not even sure you're a woman. I'm not even sure, but I'm done with that. Frustration. Are a lot of you feeling frustration because of, like, I can't even upload this or post this without putting fucking filters on it, and then they charge you for the filters? I think that this could be induced. If not by all these attacks with the firmament. It may not be intentional, like this is what we're going to do, but I do feel like for some it was. But then for others, does anybody have, you know what they showed me in my mind? Waves in my field. I mean, all over the fucking place. Some going this way, some going this way. This will affect what you look like through a lens. So whether it was being done by something else, whether it was being done by a government thing, whether it's everything combined now that's affecting even the people who wanted to alter other people's look. Do you see how this shit always comes back to the people who intended something bad for someone else? So now you have people who are in the public eye who they can't stand that they're having people redo it, and you could have had something to do with altering someone else's looks in some way, whether this is knowing or playing some kind of role in this laser surgery against people's fucking wishes. Do you understand how bad this is when it comes to spiritual law? You can't do fucking laser surgery on people without their goddamn consent. I mean, consent and face to face. What is this? What are we doing here? Why is everything based off of looks? Why does how we feel about ourselves this bad have everything to do with what we look like? I was fucking gray at one point from all the radiation they were hitting me with that extended stay in Bensalem. Gray. I went out and I could tell people were looking at me like I had cancer. Hi. I could feel it. I felt like I was going to fall the fuck over. You're not stopping me from moving. I'm a machine. Could be literal. But this is all I know. And then you'll have people that are angry because you're not dead. It's not your fucking right to take my life. It's my life. There's something set. Just assume for all of you. Once you, boom, incarnated. There's something that was a contract where this is how you go. You know, I feel like at some point, if you live your life a certain way, that the protection that comes with you go this day, this time, this way gets removed. But the only possibility with now how powerful imagination is and believing it is that this firmament is removed permanently. There's not enough free-flowing air. You understand? Whether this is a ozone thing, you could call it ozone, could be the firmament, right? I mean, they tell us things. That doesn't mean it's true. But something is keeping stuff in, okay? And then I also was shown that some that are involved with space and shit were creating things to catch energy and store it or create something else, and it's too much because now there's too many of you who feel that I want to test this to see if this works. Some of you are lying to each other and you think that what this one's doing is the only thing being created, and now someone else is doing the same thing, distracting this one. There's too much right. How can I test and push science? Please stop doing this. They showed me in my mind, and I don't know if this was me, but I don't fucking regret it, that I did something mentally. If this didn't transpire yet, maybe they're bringing it to my attention because it's about to, where the door was blown off a CERN. I'm that bad of a motherfucker, okay? And people got sucked out into space without their handy-dandy suits on. What happens when that happens, though? Don't things just float in space? Wouldn't you just be floating in space forever? With gravity and shit? Like, why do you need these? Do you even need these suits? It's the air, right? It must be something with breathing, so it could be that. I don't know. I never did, as far as I know. I know I fly through that motherfucker consciously doing about 150 million friggin', what do they call, light years in travel, to the point where I can smell the atmosphere when I'm under. I can taste things too once in a while. I can taste like as if I literally was flying through the universe, a bad taste in my mouth of just, yeah, atmosphere. You know what that smells like. But yeah, there's just so many things I'm touching on in this message, and I'm sorry, but I'm putting myself in an elite, right? I always look good. I have to. It's part of my job to make sure that all of my pictures, all of my advertisements for face creams and shit make me look like I'm flawless so I can push this product. You know what I mean? I didn't realize that at the same time, I'm making women and men feel insecure, and now they're buying these products thinking that that's what's making me look like this. I'm a fraud. There are people who killed themselves because they feel like they can't look like celebrities. And most of you don't look anything like the fuck what we're seeing. I don't know what happened to Halle Berry, your face, but I'm not even sure that that's you, okay? Because so many people were replaced and then recreated and then touched upon in some way. But you look nothing like who I thought you were. I'm curious. Do they force some of you guys to get work done to promote this? Because I couldn't imagine you ever needing it. Okay, so fucking Donna Summer, she don't look like she got a goddamn thing. Now, are you 100? You look amazing. I watched a little bit of the Met Gala, and on YouTube, and was just a little in shock at what people will do to themselves. Now, granted, I'm not there yet. I don't know if I'm ever going to be there. I haven't aged a bit in the past 10, 15. I'm telling you, I haven't. Nothing has changed on me physically. My body, my face, nothing. For people who may have seen, I have no wrinkles on my face. None. I have to really smile to have fine lines around my eyes. So if you're looking at things from me and my face is up, my skin is tight. No wrinkles on my face whatsoever. I have, what would we say, maybe 12%, 8 to 12% cellulite. I mean, I have to squeeze shit together because I can tell that there were things edited horribly about me in particular. I am tight and right everywhere, you feel me? My teeth are perfect, okay? They're white. They're perfectly straight. Jacob and pregnant. What's that about? Moldy? Jacob, pregnant and moldy. Did Jacob, somebody feed his pregnant wife or somebody that's pregnant bad food? Can No, but that's what you guys are making yourself believe, that you have to answer to somebody. And what that does, that weakens you. If somebody tells me, well, I have somebody to answer to, you're weak. I don't, like I said, okay, I don't answer to fucking nobody. You understand? I don't answer to nobody unless I choose to answer to them. So for those of you who claim to be connected to gangs and shit like this, my teeth are not yellow. Are they editing that too? My teeth are white. Manny, you have to see me in person. You're going to lose your fucking, you're going to be so angry. I look just like the picture on Filthy and on I look like that in person. Yeah, no filters. I look like I have filters in person. So there are going to be many men who are pissed off because you were shown, and even you could have, like I said, there's something in the air that's affecting the outcome of pictures. Please don't, even for those where it's like, okay, I trust this motherfucker. I mean, he took a picture of her. You'll never, ever, ever appreciate how beautiful I am. I mean, whole, unless you're in my life personally, you see me personally. I promise you this. You can tell how I feel about myself. It's awkward to some people. How does she feel this way about herself? But that's not what I look like. With male, I don't know, were they editing me to make me look like I was more masculine? I have a beautiful, angelic, feminine face. My cheekbones are high, my eyes are up. I mean, I look like I had a fucking facelift. I'm telling you. All right. Don't believe these pieces of shit that you're listening. Please don't believe the women. You know better. Hot chua. Oh, yeah, we'll leave that for another day. There are a lot of women who don't even realize this is happening. You're beautiful. You're naturally gorgeous. And there's people taking pictures of you and editing them because there are men interested in you. And, the men, you must be gay. You have to be gay in order to do this. Because I don't remember people doing this a long time ago. Like when I was younger, I don't remember people trying to stop and intervene and keep someone here and da-da-da-da. Because all my life, most of you who are attractive and you're the kind of man, you're filthy and you're dangerous, but you're sexy. You wouldn't let me leave your side. I wake up with no makeup on, looking just as fucking beautiful. I can say this about myself. I'm overwhelmed with myself, okay? And the way I move, they probably edited my movements too, because a lot of you used to watch me. I'm that one that you used to watch. So I feel like they were editing the way I bend over and spin around and everything, because some of you would have recognized me immediately. I hear all kinds of names. Henna, Rossi, Hannah Fitzgerald. I must have had a bunch of aliases, and I can see why. Because I have some other thing trying to fucking stop me from doing shit. So I can definitely see that I had the means to just change it until the next fucking attack and targeting happened. Yep. All right, let's go. I don't want a rental. Oh, they want me to talk about the machine that just produces this type of frequency around somebody. They'll put them around them. Is this the pick or the pipe? When I was at the extended stay, it goes through vents. It's a frequency. It's a they put mist once in a while, but it's something that comes through. It came through outlets, came through vents. When I plugged everything up, when I'm telling you, I had to test this shit. Vents, the air conditioner, even the fucking outlets, which don't even go through, but there must be some, if there's any kind of crevice, it can come through the thing over the range. I felt nothing. So you won't even know that that's what they're doing. They have machines. They'll go beneath you. They'll go, and then when you're untouchable like that, I feel like they were trying, if they didn't already, to have this come up from above. Okay, that's a possibility, but I'm not sure. To alter your looks. Then they bring the camera. Look, you look at this person. First of all, I want to say again publicly, I never set up cameras to be watched. This was all done against my fucking will. None of you ever seen a camera on my head or around me, so something else was watching me, okay? Through something else. No, I would never do that. So for those of you who think, I never. The lawsuits. That's why I said that none of you lawyers are fucking bold enough. You're pussies as far as I'm concerned. The amount of unless it's happening to you or someone that you know, right? Yeah, go fuck yourselves. Except for the handful that can't stand it. But go fight. Fight. And if you get targeted, well then that's the fucking sacrifice that you make for being a lawyer for the right reasons, right? Because most of you did it for other reasons, and you're losing and you're failing and you're a fucking disgrace. You know how many people's civil rights are being violated? Where the fuck are you guys? How many more people have to be watched by the military and watched by people now privately in their own homes while they're gay? You are. Yeah, Janice, Rossi, you're being fucking watched every time you finger yourself, every time you pick shit out of your ass like many of us do, right? Every time you watch a certain type, they're watching you all day and all night. But see, you had an opportunity, you bitch, to handle something else for someone else, and you didn't. And this is, can we just take a moment to appreciate that what you do or don't do always comes back. So when you're given an opportunity as the lawyer you claim to be, and you said no because someone's prettier than you, now they're fucking watching you, and somebody's going to blackmail you soon. Yeah, you're a cunt. Okay. You're a fucking sorry excuse for an ant, and a sorry excuse for a fucking woman, okay? And you killed Harold. They wanted to know who did it. This bitch did it. Well, I'll tell you what. How about this? When I can get around you again, it won't be as nice as the last time. All right? That's a promise, too. And for all of you lawyers out there who know that people's... I mean, how do you live with yourselves, you pieces of fucking shit? Your rights are being violated. This is just how this shit works. And I hope that somebody creates something that mortifies you. All right, I'm off that now. I'm speaking for everybody when I do this, okay? We don't feel like the Constitution. I mean, what the fuck is this, yeah? We could say, I feel that there's someone cocky enough to say, well, you felt like that wasn't in place anyway. Well, then there will be war then. Because if it doesn't protect us, then it can't be used against us, right? If that shit doesn't exist to help us, then you can't lock us up for it. I'm telling you, you keep getting cocky with this we want to control shit thing, and motherfuckers are going to walk around with these scythes, and they're just going to start decapitating some of you. There are people who are overwhelmed with anger, okay? And what I'm going to say is, I feel like they're waiting for this. The more of these lives that you take, the greater you will be blessed and protected from any kind of law. Some people are experiencing this where it's like, God damn, I thought I was going to be arrested by now. We could say the Lord's work. You could say that if you want to. For those of you who are still into that, you're doing work for some greater entity where some people have to be removed. They're saying with the relics, again, what is this with the relics? Hanaja. God damn it. But people are pissed off, and not a lot of people have an outreach. I know more people watch my channel than it says. And I know that while I'm doing it, there are many people who can hear me telepathically. Somebody has to start protecting the people, because let's just say what happened for you, right? Too good for everybody's. What happens when all the people now who weren't protected are either locked up or gone, and you need us for what you're doing? You need us in some way. Okay, I mean, otherwise, I guess you would have just killed us all off by now and had. But maybe they were trying to do that. Maybe some of them were trying to either remove everybody so they could just have this domination that they thought they were going to have, or they could have possibly thought, well, we're weak. We're going to leave everybody here and go try and make life somewhere else. It could even be some shit that we're not even aware of that they figured out. I already have the right people on my side. I don't need to kiss anybody's ass when it comes to bringing my fucking shit that was left to me, you understand? Because I feel like some people are like, wow, you watch your fucking self. You understand? Is this Oscar Wilde? You watch yourself. I trump you. You understand? In fact, when it comes to this, I trump everybody on this fucking planet and universe. I know who I am. It's much deeper than just a God gene. CK, Kansas City Prime. That's a password for someone. OB or BO. EL Cole. What's Colo? Colos? Is this a group? If you're a group that likes to get even, then yeah, absolutely. I would say just... Some of you have swords and scythes and shit. I don't know where you were at before or what you did, but we need you. We just need you. There's too much. There's too much of that and not enough of the other. I'm not finished yet. I want to see what else is up with being intimidated. You know, this seems to be a big deal. I'm trying to think if I ever felt intimidated by someone. Manning Jessup. Yes. Dino. You're a presence. Is this Dino Girardi? Ian Cresswell. Gino. I believe, but I'm not sure, but my memory tells me that I've spent time with you before, okay? Looks for a mother in a relationship. And a woman like me could also be intimidating, but to these types of men, it's a good intimidation. It's nice to know that there are women out there who will defend themselves and even others and put their lives on the line even for something greater. You don't see it often. For the men who need to be coddled and burped still, I guess this is going to be for you. This next message is going to be for you. Yeah, I love men. I don't respect all of you. I love men. Man. Huh? What I know for men to be. Maybe from history, from lifetime, eon after eon. Huh? Era after era. It could be something like that, where my idea of men are warriors. They fight. Yeah. Somehow... something happened, that's all. Tell me about this, the one who needs a mommy. Because not all men do. And not all of these men are raising their sons and grandsons to be more interested in their nails and their fucking eyebrows and their clothes. Some of these men, they refuse to have it. Taurus. There's a Taurus that looks for a mother in a relationship. And they target people because of it, you know? Like, I target you, and then they're always in some type of mess, all right? And this is why. Because you commit, when you do this, you're committing to these people for the wrong reason. So you're committing to anything that they have. These types of women who like to mother men, you're a special kind of breed too. You're not helping either. What is it called? I don't mind that you're an addict. as long as you stay in the house. You know, I don't mind that you are addicted to eating, even as long as nobody else has you, because I'm insecure, right? Here I am with the devil. I am the trauma bond. You will be sorry. You know what I'm saying? They talk to them like they're a child. They treat them like they're a child. Let me make your lunch. Or let me do your laundry. Do your own fucking laundry. You know, if you're backed up and you need it and I feel like goddamn doing it, then I'll do it. Please don't expect that shit from me. You know what I mean? There are certain men who like this type of woman more than the other. They can't respect the enablers. Thank you, that's what it is, right? Please don't enable me to be the worst version of myself. But a lot of these guys, they do it because they gave up on themselves already. You can tell when a guy just gave up on himself. They like to be mothered. Well, no, they don't like it. See, this is why they turn into something else. A lot of times they'll turn into bullies because it doesn't sit right with them. They don't even know what they're capable of because they have it so good here. But that's the point. The point is to keep you where I can have you and I can see you and I can have control. Right? And then, thank you, I was getting it, and it creates rage. Because they can tell, they feel this uneasy, I'm fucking stuck and tied up in the corner shit. Men aren't supposed to be like this. And women are, I feel like it's more acceptable for women, and then the men save. This is just, right? But once in a while, you have that woman that saves men. But I need it. You know, I mean, I get cooked for. They clean up it, but it's I'm getting fatter, or I'm getting out of shape, or I'm uninterested in life now. So they have this battle back and forth, and then they'll see a strong man, right? And then now, like, look, and then there's the rage with the tower, and then there's this Knight of Swords, but now I gotta attack you. The thing is, this goes on everywhere with different things where instead of just saying, I gotta change something, which requires you to take a fucking loss, right? To have things come to a complete end. This is loss. This is, I'm done. I can't do it. I'm literally at a forced standstill until something happens here where this is healing card, but this is just, I need to change some things. All right, I need to, this is how it goes. I take this and I pour it into something else. That's what they're showing you, how easy it is. I'm not pouring anything out. I'm just taking it. So I'm not bringing anything in. I might as well be, I'm like a dead man fucking on Barker Lounge. Just ain't even walking, this cat. You see these other men who aren't like that. And now you join together like a fucking sewing circle. And you want to try and attack these men and take what they have. These men they don't show it. They're used to going through things. You know what I mean? They expect it. I don't embrace it. I'm careful of what I say. But I'm always ready because it keeps me who I am. It keeps me tuned. It keeps me solid. It keeps me alright. And now these guys, like, instead of taking this and saying, okay, well, then you're made to believe by society that you have to change everything all at once. So that you're putting that pressure on yourself. When you see one thing change, it could be that you lost 5 fucking pounds. This makes you want to keep going. See, people want that overnight, I wake up and then I'm back to who I was and I'm surrounded by money. You know what I mean? We would all love that, but there's no story, there's no valor in that when you start telling your story to somebody, and then you have to add that shit in there. And that will make you more uneasy because you know you're lying to yourself. That's why they say this shit is internal more than it's anything. Where are we? 1 hour and 13 minutes. And then you start kind of plotting on the women too in these men's lives. This is for the men who don't necessarily attack women first. You'll attack the men that make you feel like weak men. They're not making you feel like that. You're making yourself feel like that. It's not like men walk around, the strong men, and go, I'm a strong man and you're a weak pussy. And they have an arrow and stand on the shirt and they intentionally stand next to somebody. You know, could you please get on this side, sir? I don't have the arrow going this way on my fucking shirt today, but I need to let you know that you're a loser and I'm a better man than you. That's not how it goes. Always. The men I'm talking about, they don't speak much. It's known that they did something different, okay? And then usually you're mad because they don't want to be friends with you, but you also don't take the advice of these men. Some of you came into contact with men like this. You asked in some way. We're always asking for things by what we're saying we like and don't like, and what we get upset and even cry over is telling something else that we're not, things aren't okay. So they'll send a man, it could be at Starbucks, it could be at the bus stop, you know what I mean? An Uber driver, or the Uber driver's the one that needs it, but somebody will come into your life, and they call these the angels, right, that come into your life. But they don't always look like angels. Some of them look like assassins, but they're wise. And they gave you advice, some spiritual advice. This was an opportunity that you didn't realize that you had to feel more masculine about yourself, or to grow as a man, okay? And they could have taught you about the tools that you have. Some of these men talked about their grandfathers and fathers and what they taught them and everything like that. They were telling you about this manipulation with the gay thing. Some of you, they knew about it, or they agreed that something is up, you know what I mean? Telling you to just kind of be loyal to yourself and what you need to do. This is what I did. And I feel like at some point it's like, I don't know why you're telling me this, because now I'm getting angry. It's just, overall, this is what I'm going to say. For everybody, for the strong women in the beginning, I don't know what to fucking say. I want to say some kind of encouraging thing, but I say just don't embrace being alone for the rest of your life, but maybe prepare that it may be that way. Okay? Especially with the thing with you looking different in person. Some of you don't even realize you do. I figured this out when I saw pictures from my nephew's birthday thing brunch, and I'm looking at myself in the mirror, and I'm looking at this picture, and my fucking forehead looks bigger, and I'm thinking, what is this? What is this thing that fucking follows me? Now, granted, it could also be for those of you, because the attack initially with these things we felt was on women. Women were getting attacked because there was an agenda to turn on them again. That's done. All right, that thing is said and done, and either you're gay and you're good with it, or the men who realize, I'm not fucking gay, I can't spend time with certain people, right? Whatever that is. But it could have been that some things that were in your body even lingering. This could have been the vibration that you were feeling is altering your field, which is altering your face in pictures. It could have been the radiation, the negative energy. It could have been for those of you who were getting attacked. I mean, you were poisoned. You know what I mean? You were hit with friggin' shit from satellite that they use for war. You're still here, gods and goddesses. We don't die until we're ready. That's it. They can destroy themselves and even kill themselves in the process. Some people that were attacking you with this shit that was supposed to mess with your organs and liquefy them, blood started coming out of their ass. All right? And for some of the guys where this happened to some people and they're like, I don't know what this is, they fucked with that shit either on you or somebody that didn't deserve it. And this is something going back. Some of them know that that's what it is and they don't want to say it. Yeah, you need to stay away from them, please. Okay, you're just too good for it. You. Exactly like the fucking picture for the profile for Filthy and Unethical, which used to be Philosophical, right? I changed the name because I didn't like that name. I'm going to be honest. I don't really feel like I'm the one who started the fucking channel. All right. And I would never expose myself. You feel me? I wonder if is there anybody else that had some type of replica put there and their memory erased. Now it looks like I'm exposing my own family. This is what happened. I know now that you especially, you know that when something comes out of my mouth, it's already filtered because I'm very careful. May 3rd, 2023. It's a number thing. I have my white coat on. And your Uncle Dennis knows something. Okay. I love you. You have an amazing day. Okay. Yeah, so it could just be a bunch of things. But it's important with the books. It makes us feel better about ourselves. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if somebody figured this out. Somebody could have figured this out, that shit comes out of your cells, and that it could this could have been when I started exposing this pick or this pike, and somebody's like, fuck, you know what I mean? Like, there's somebody who figured out that this shit releases through your cells, and that it's possible when you take a picture of them at a certain time, it will alter their looks. And I want you to understand that what the shit I talk about, anything is possible. That has always been my belief, the way that I moved, and it helps me in a lot of ways. It fucks me up with certain people who don't believe in anything, or what they believed in didn't come through. Still waiting. You know what I mean? All this radiation, this shit we felt. I feel like if there was a fucking God in the sky, you know, or you don't deserve it, one or the other, but somebody's not coming through. I always come through. You know, and that's why that was also altered. The shit that I have accomplished and the shit that I have said that actually was what we altered and made to seem like I'm crazy and a liar too. But those that have the eye to see, all your senses are solid, you can tell that there's some kind of something that I have connected to some other world where what I say is, you know, the way that I filter things, you can tell, and some of you were like this as well. Please bring me together with these people, universe. You must be real far fucking away. I'm ready to just start focusing on teleportation. But I'm hopeful. It would have been easier for my situation for me to just show up somewhere that way. But they want people to work off something for some other reason. And they want people to start doing things out of being genuine, just genuine kindness, and because it's the right thing, so we can get this going again. Because the new thing became... not my problem, it's my money. I'm not going to help anybody with this. And then when people started finding out, like, wow, they bought my first home, they paid off my credit card debt, they bought my first 3 homes, Gino, you know, they will start altering evidence and previous videos and shit like that. This is why they came up with all this technology to edit. Because of what some people did for many. They wanted to take credit for it. They even think they were smart enough to say with duality, I can't put this all on me. They're going to know these men and women are smart. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give them those props to other people. And those people may even believe that they did it too. This is how bad this shit goes with the remembrance. But most of them knew that it was somebody else. So what I'm going to do, again, I have to say some things multiple times. People are going to just expose, they're just going to come out with it in the truth. They need to say it, okay? You're going to have maybe somebody named Aubrey that's going to go, she bought everything. I contributed nothing to this. And someone named Dina Santori or is going to say, she's the one that paid our kids' fucking college thing. It wasn't my parents. They even think that it was them possibly. Because if you found out what someone did, you would drop what you were doing and assist. I mean, you would drop what you were doing because the conviction would be too much. So now, starting right now, it's going to start where people are just going to come up to certain people and go, Hannah, Ella, Emma, Abigail, whatever it is, but you're going to know who it is. They're going to, you know what I'm saying? They know this person has a certain name, and what they could say is that one there with another name is the one who built all of this or helped or assisted and or gave us the money to invest something. It's all going to come out quickly too. See you.